Natasha Sunshine Antonioni with Beauty Snap, a quick tip beauty and wellness site for the modern woman on the go. I didn't want to waste your time watching me set the hair, but I'd love to go over so you can see what I did. So I had two sets of rollers in my hair. One is more of a medium-sized roller, and then I have a large-sized roller. And if you want to think about there being like a center point in the back of your head, and you're taking pie sections, and I'll show you what the back looks like in just a moment, and you're just rolling all around the hairline. So right here, I took this section. Now, what makes it tricky is when you have layers like I do, because you go to wrap it around and then little pieces shoot out. So you want to think about wrapping it like a candy cane and placing your first round of hair at the edge. So you're going to take that section, you're going to put your hair in the center at the end, and then you're going to wind it like a candy cane, and then your tips, if you're layered, are going to pop out. So as you roll it down, you're holding your fingers on those pieces that are popping out, and you're putting the larger mass of the hair over it. Does that make sense? And then you're just going to take one of your pins and just pin it right in there. So I did that. I heated my rollers up for 10 minutes, and then I used a medium-sized roller around the front, and then I just used two large rollers in the back. And I will show you my roller sets so you know what you're dealing with here. These are a set of rollers that I have had since, I can't even remember. I had them in my salon for years. I can't tell you how many brides have probably had their hair set in those rollers. And then I have this set, which is a large set, and I just have, I think, two large in the very back. Those sections, almost like pie sections. I'm just gonna take them out, and then all we're gonna do is just brush this hairstyle out. I'm going underneath, I'm scraping the bristles across my scalp, and I'm brushing under. And that's what's gonna give me that really voluminous kind of wave to it. Now, what I love in Masters of Sex is that she has a little bit of fuzz to her hair, which makes it feel really real life. It's also really modern right now for it not to be perfectly polished. So don't worry if it's not perfect. Part of this hairstyle is actually the teasing. But I have my handy dandy friend here, Quick Tease, which I love because it's really teasing in a bottle. So even if you have a hard time teasing your hair, or if you don't want to damage your hair for you blonde girls out there, this will really help from causing breakage in your hair because you'll only have to tease the tiniest bit. So we're going to start with that crown area. I'm going to take a section, comb it up, and I'm just going to spray some Quick Tease underneath. I'm going to go for a little bit more than I usually would because we're going for a 60s look here, right? And then I'm going to use my paddle brush that's just going to help me to kind of lock that in there. So I'm just hitting it, tiny little strokes. Okay, so I'm going to throw that forward, and then I'm going to go to my next section. So you want to do this kind of thinking like you're going for, I have about a 2-inch section here. So if your hair is finer, you probably want to take 1-inch sections. So I'm going to spray up. It doesn't have to be exactly right. You just want to kind of think about in your mind what you're going for. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to tease that back area. Push it over. I'm going to give it another little dose of spray. Now I'm going down the mohawk section of the back of my hair, dropping down another 2 inches, spraying underneath, and then I'm just going to get in there with my brush, tease it. So it's short little teases. It's about an inch stroke, and I'm going as close to the root as possible. And then on my last section, I'm all the way down at my nape now. This side of my nape and this side of my nape are left out. I'm right in the center back. I'm going to brush it up, give it a little tease, give it a little quick tease, and then I'm going to tease. Now you can see what's happening back there. It's basically a rat's nest. and then I'm going to push that rat's nest back. Oh, try to say that 5 times fast. Okay, we got a lot of hair going on here, which is exactly what we wanted, okay? So now I'm just gonna pull this back. I'm using this side of my brush. I'm not going any more than 2 rows deep. And so I'm just kind of basically smoothing it ever so lightly over. And you see how amazing that is. It actually really smoothed it out, right? What we have to keep an eye out for is the shape of that section and make sure that it's kind of nice and balanced. I'm just gonna pull these sides back. And I'm going to pin them. So I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm taking a long black bobby and I'm just gonna do a crisscross. I swept one side over. So I'm just doing a long black bobby, and I'm using long because I'm a thick hair girl. So if you're not a thick hair girl, you can go for a short bobby. So I made one bobby and now I'm gonna crisscross it. Now I'm pinning into all that great teasing so that feels really secure. And I'm gonna pin my other side back doing the same technique. So I have a U-pin or a hairpin right here, and I'm going to just pin this right into that X. Okay, so we put that pin in and we have this hair left over, right? So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that teasing out. Now, if you have finer hair, leave that teasing in. I just feel like it's gonna be too thick. All I wanna do is take this back piece, I'm gonna twist it, pull it up, and then I'm gonna pin right into the seam. So you're gonna watch me do this from the back. So you see that seam right there? I was just pinning those pins in there. And then inside that seam, I was pinning the U-pins into that. So if there's like a nest of pins under there, which won't be a lot of fun to take out later, but I'll tell you, I'm gonna be great for the whole night long. Well, there we have it. If you like this tutorial and you wanna see more like this, come check us out at beauty-snap.com. You can find us on YouTube at Beauty Snap TV, and you can find us on Facebook at Beauty Snap. We hope to see you soon. Bye.
You.